welcome back guys to a brand new video, and today we are here to celebrate the Italian Grand Prix, and we are going to be doing a last to first as Sebastian Vettel, guys, around obviously the Italian circuit. It would have been nice, you know, if we'd had the classic Monza on F1 2017, but I can imagine that would be very, very bumpy. Also, just a quick little thing before we get into this video, I would like to thank you all so much for 2,000 subscribers, you know. That sort of number absolutely blows my mind. You know, to think how many people that is quite crazy to me. And, you know, the support recently, since F1 2017 was been released, has been absolutely incredible. So I can't thank you guys all enough for that. But let's move on then into the Italian Grand Prix. It's going to be a slipstream fest, I think, to say the least. Not as bad as F1 2016, but, you know, still pretty bad. I'd also, as well, actually like to thank you all for the amount of support we had on last week's Grand Prix challenge as Max Verstappen. I think that video got nearly 10,000 views, which is just absolutely crazy. So thank you all so much for that. But yeah, I think let's move on then into the Italian Grand Prix.
Monza, Pascal Wehrlein and Marcus Ericsson. Van Dorn and Sebastian Vettel starts from the back of the grid.
Thank you, Crofty, for that one. But here we are then, ready for the Italian Grand Prix. Going to try and go a little bit of an alternate strategy to the AI, just, you know, give myself a bit of a better chance towards the end of the Grand Prix. The cars we should be attacking at the start are going to be a lot slower than us, so we might as well just try and take a slower tyre to get past those guys. 16 laps of fuel, it's going to be a fully dry race. Nice and simple then. And let's get ready then for the Italian Grand Prix. In the Ferrari, Tifosi, you know, will be going mad for this. It's 5 lights. And away we go for the Italian Grand Prix, off to a very wheel spinny start there. The Ferrari actually quite likes to light up the rear tyres, I've come to discover there. We're already past Van Dorn, down towards turn 1. Going to try and have a look towards... Oh, I'm locking up a huge amount there. I can only apologise for that. Down into turn 1 though, and we are up... Oh, Alonso, please, no. But up to P17 we go of the Grand Prix, and that's a pretty successful first couple of corners there. You know, we could have made a lot more positions, but better safe than sorry, I think it's fair to say. But down in towards the second chicane, I need to make sure I don't lock up as much. Oh, back end. The curbs around this track do actually cause the back end to flick around quite a lot. But, you know, there's a little bit of a train forming behind. I don't actually know who behind at the moment. It's quite far up the field. I think it's one of the Haas cars. I think. Through Ascari we go, though, attacking that curve a huge amount there. That's probably quite a risky strategy. Not going to lie, I'll try not to do that again. But we're closing in on Sainz and Ericsson. Sainz going to have a look down the inside of Ericsson, down in towards the final couple of corners. I'm going to try and go wide in and try to put the power down on the way out. Have got a somewhat decent slingshot move there, not as much as I would have liked, but down towards the end of lap 1 though, we're going to be holding on to P17, net down the inside of both the Toro Rosso and the Sauber though, and we are going to... Oh, cheers for that side, it's not too sure what that's all about. But up to P15 now, so we're making our way. A quarter of the way through the field after 1 lap, but obviously it gets harder and harder the further up you go. Next up on my hit list though is Nico Hülkenberg. End of lap 2 though, obviously the timing screens are alight at the moment, but we got a couple of cars a little bit further up going side by side. They're very aggressive between the pair of them. Palmer's got issues. That's not ideal for him. Down the inside of Hülkenberg though.
DRS has been enabled.
Oh, just running into the back of Danny Kvyat there. But we do move ahead of Nico Hülkenberg there, and we're looking alright at the moment. Kvyat's got a good run on Palmer, so if they slow each other down, or just both don't get particularly good runs through Curva Grande there, down the inside of Kvyat, we have a look. Oh, he has to look down the inside of Palmer there, but I'm going to go down the inside of the pair of them. Nice little cheeky double overtake there, Magnussen, and then we should be looking for points. Down the inside of Magnussen. Oh, no, he's not happy with that. Not really too sure what he's complaining about there. He completely came across me, but up to P11, sort of. Just about in the end. We move past Kevin Magnussen there. He probably will tell me to, you know, I think we all know what I mean. But, oh, through the next chicane there. Big mistake. That was not ideal. We've ruined Magnussen there though, so that's sort of a bit of karma for him, but it's cost me a bit of time. I think realistically, I'm going to presume that the Mercedes are the top two running away, so if we can get P3, if we could get right up to Kimi, that would be ideal. But if we can get past his next train that takes us from 10th all the way to 4th, that would be quite ideal. Well, I have a feeling that's going to be what we spend most of the rest of the race hunting down, as that they're... Oh, Raikkonen's in. Trying to give me a bit of space whether I want to pit on lap 6 or not, but I'm probably going to take it a little bit longer. A lot of drivers now in the pit lane here. Going to take us up to P5, I think. Yeah, P5 of the Grand Prix there. We've still got a lot of rich revs to use, so this is quite nice. We're setting PBs in the race as well. Not too sure what the purple lap is so far, but I think we're actually quite close. Kevin Magnussen is out of the Grand Prix though. I don't know if that's on... That's in front of the pit lane there, but I don't know what's happened to him. To be honest, he was a dick to me, so I don't really care. Ready then, for my pit stop, I'm going to put it down into lean just to save myself that little bit of extra fuel, but make sure we get the car slowed down just about in time there. That was fairly close, to say the least. But yeah, going to be interesting to see where we do come out. Ideally ahead of that train, but I think we're going to be sort of just behind it. Which means the last stint of the race we're probably going to be fighting our way through. Which is a little bit annoying, but sometimes that's the way it works out. I think we're actually going to end up in the train, really. It's going to be close. It's going to be close. That's all I can say. No, we're going to be out behind. I'm very indecisive over that. But removing the pit limiter as early as possible. We've closed in a lot to these guys, but unfortunately we haven't been able to make any gains through them, you know, sort of off track, if you will, sort of not fighting each other really. But yeah, we're gonna have to rich revs it for a bit, try and carve my way all the way through this group. We've actually dropped positions where a couple of drivers still haven't actually pit. Grosjean, and hopefully we can get a good run on him. Down in towards Ascari, we're going to close in a lot, but not enough, unfortunately. He locks up though, runs wide. I'm going to pounce on that opportunity there, mate. Thank you very much. Haas getting out, well, one Haas getting out of the way quite nicely for me. You know, it's like Toro Rosso and Red Bull really now, isn't it? Ferrari and Haas. But next up is the two Force Indies, Perez and Ocon there, and I've got a very, very good run on Sergio Perez there. It's going to be interesting to see how well we do fare in the slipstream though. We're both going to get a good run on Ocon though. He's going to have a look down the inside. Oh, a bit of contact. Ricciardo's going to be slow. I'm going to try and go down the inside of the pair of them. Come on. Just sort of force Perez behind. Sainz is out of the Grand Prix. Not too sure what that's all about.
Incident in the next part of the track. No overtaking through the yellow flag.
Carlos Sainz out of the race. We've got the Red Bulls just up ahead of me here with Lance Stroll trying to have a look if he can make a move. So here, I'm going to push Lance Stroll. He tries to squeeze me out that side. I don't think I actually have a good run on him. He's gone very aggressive on the defending. Ah! That was awfully close to Daniel Ricciardo even there. But I think Ricciardo's the one with issues at the moment. So if we can get past him and then we can attack Verstappen, it should hopefully work out quite nicely. Down the inside of Ricciardo. And up into P6 of the Grand Prix we go. We've got a good little run on Verstappen actually, to be fair. We should be in the DRS. Yes, we are. And the Red Bull, we all know, is a boat down the straight. So
9.6 seconds.
9.6 to Raikkonen. I have a funny feeling we're not going to catch that. Down the inside of Verstappen though. Locking at the front inside. They sort of just have to cut him off a bit. Oh no, that's not gone well. Running a little bit wide there. Felipe Massa, P4 of the Grand Prix. So that's probably going to be, hopefully, the last guy, well, if I can catch up with him, the last guy will only be able to overtake this race. Rich revs though, onto the final lap of the Grand Prix. We got DRS as well. This should be a nice textbook move. Robbing Felipe Massa of his third place, of his fourth place even there. Just brake a little bit later than him, down in towards turn one, get the car parked nicely on the apex. P4 of the Italian Grand Prix. Probably, realistically, as good as Ferrari could do in the real race because, you know, Mercedes are a bit OP. Just because, you know, not nice power. Personally, I'm a Mercedes fan, don't get me wrong, but he actually got purple in the first sector though. I doubt even we're going to be able to do anything with that. But yeah, third and fourth though, I think Ferrari, they prefer to get both drivers on the podium. You know, well obviously the Tifosi want to win, but I think it's a bit unrealistic, to be honest with you, unless they run like 1-1 wing and get really lucky through the corners. You know, they'll do everything they can to try and get themselves right up at the very front, but I doubt they're going to be able to do much more with it. But in towards... Oh, that's a bit of a close to a corner cut, and that's definitely a butchered run through a scurry. But yeah, in towards the final couple of corners, though, of this Italian Grand Prix. I think we've got Lewis Hamilton taking the race of it. Valtteri Bottas take the race victory there, sorry, I can only apologise. But Bottas is doing well there, that was very, very close. Between the Mercedes, Raikkonen will come through in P3, and I'm going to be only able to take home P4 for Ferrari, starting from the back of the grid.
Okay, pick up rubber and bring it home.
Driver of the day then. Anthony Davidson, who would you go for?
I'm going to go for Sebastian Vettel.
Yeah, driver of the day. No real surprises there, but Valtteri Bottas won at the Grand Prix by less than a tenth of a second over his Mercedes teammate there. Kimi Raikkonen did a good job to come through in P3 there, and I managed to go from last place all the way up to P4 in that Grand Prix. Just edging out Felipe Massa there, who just beat Max Verstappen, Lance Stroll, Romain Grosjean, Sergio Perez and Esteban Ocon in the points there. Ricciardo, with his issues, dropped way back towards the end. But right down the field, we had Carlos Sainz and Kevin Magnussen both retire from that Grand Prix. But hopefully, you know, you guys have enjoyed this video. Once again, thank you all so much for 2,000 subscribers. If you can hit that subscribe button, if you haven't already, you know, it would mean a big deal to me. But yeah, you know, if you do try out this challenge, don't forget to leave your results down in the comments. I did this on Ultimate AI. I think it was on 102, so yeah, hopefully you guys have enjoyed though, and I will see you all next time for a brand new video.